Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is The Raptor, and if there's one thing you've heard me say on this channel more than anything else, it's hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is... But a close second would probably have to be I don't work for Death Battle, because I've constantly gotten questions asked or assumptions made about my videos that strongly imply that I do. However, I am happy to say that the non-disclosure agreement has finally been lifted, and I'm able to tell you all the truth. Basically, I did work for Death Battle. For those of you who don't know, Ben Singer is in fact my father's brother's, nephew's, cousin's former roommate. And through that, I was able to get the position of silent publicist, which is just a way of saying I was there to help increase publicity for the show through my own technically unaffiliated channel. That's not illegal, right? And while that sounds very cool, it was also a very odd experience, to put it lightly. All of the horror stories that have come out of Joltscene are true. These people do not pay their interns, they send way too many emails, and they've been using ChatGPT for their research and writing since 2015. Half of the meetings we had for coming to final episode verdicts felt like we were trying to keep as many people happy as possible, while the other half felt like we were trying to troll everybody. So I'm not sure what the general goal of the show is. This was especially apparent to me during our discussions for the first Goku vs. Superman, back when I was 11. Things really started to get annoying when I wasn't allowed to work remotely anymore. Having to commute from Toronto to Texas and back 5 days a week, I can say, is not fun at all. When we were all in the office, Liam Swan kept wanting to debate me. Like, every day, he would just throw a new matchup in my face, wanting to debate it. And then when he finally won one of them, he went around telling everybody else, left me alone for about a week, and then went right back to it. It was weird. I think the only crew member I interacted with who was actually nice to me the entire time was Mog Slothman. But at the same time, I think he was just trying to sell me his merchandise. They wouldn't even give me a discount on the Death Battle shirt. Like, that's so arbitrary. There was one time I remember when they had to test one of their gadgets out on me so they could use it on dummy while filming to make sure the bit works, I guess. So in that moment, I was literally dummy's dummy. And they only keep Mecha Goose on one leash, meaning he just constantly breaks out. You know, I heard they're still trying to trademark the term versus debate. They're the reason I can't do who, when, and why anymore. Thankfully, it wasn't all bad though, because eventually they let me give back all the money they paid me so they could do Stitch versus Rocket Raccoon. And then they fired me. So overall, I give that whole experience 3.5 Mr. Beasts out of 10. Moral of the story, make sure you always read the fine print on your offers of employment before accepting. And even more importantly, make sure you always say when something is a joke for legal purposes, even if it's drawn out and painfully obvious. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. No, I do not work for Death Battle. And next year, I'm dropping the you-know-what link. Cheers.